because it's that time.
All right,
It's
let's do this one. So, you know, you have up days and down days when you're looking for goofy gun grabber
mm,
comments, and this is kind of a
mhm,
mediocre
mhm.
day, right? So there's nothing out there. I really thought there would be more conversation around what just happened with the FPC lawsuit yesterday, but they're kind of scared to talk about it. There's something
Yeah,
there they
weird.
don't want to talk about. Anyway, so
Odd.
but old Newtown had a little gym, and so if you could throw up number 8, Doc. An unloaded handgun fell out of a first grader's backpack during an afternoon dismissal in Indiana, my home state. It's
Yeah, your
believed
fault.
that it was put in the backpack inadvertently by someone
Mm.
other than the student.
Who could it be?
Hmm.
Who's responsible for this, Tim?
Inadvertently. Yeah, because how many times have you just been walking through the house and a gun falls out of its holster into your child's backpack and nobody notices?
I mean, at least twice.
Inadvertently.
At least twice a day. At least.
There's something here. If only I had the investigative mind of a great journalist like Geraldo Rivera.
Oh, not Geraldo. Oh, that hair.
There has to be
Oh, that
something,
hair.
right? Yeah, I'll never forget him going down into under a building in Chicago looking for a vault from gangland Chicago history in the 1920s, Al Capone and all that stuff.
Love
And
it.
I made this big buildup, and he gets down there and he opened up this room. They dig around, move all the stuff around, and there's nothing. Great investigative journalism there.
Oh,
Oh, so much for
oh.
live TV. I should have known better. Anyway, so what could it be? What are they talking about here? Inadvertently, there has to be a
I
deeper
bet it's
story.
inadvertent, though.
Well, there's one thing that I know, and so I went a little Googling a little bit, because one thing I know just from being in these discussions for so many years, one thing that
Yeah.
that criminals, gang members tend to do is hide drugs and weapons on children. And why do they do this? Because
Oh.
they think that law enforcement are less likely to search a child's backpack, to search a child, like a child in an infant seat. Would you pick that child up and look for a handgun under that child? So they think that they can hide these things there. So could it be, Doc, bring up number 9 for us. This is an article from NBC News, just one example that talks about this phenomenon, right? Do, 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 do. All right. So,
Phenomena.
Do, 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 do.
Okay, yeah, it's
Phenomenon.
a phenomena.
All right.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Okay.
police said gang members know they are under increased surveillance, so they take added measures to try and hide their weapons. Some use children as young as 12 years old to carry weapons for them because they believe police are less likely to stop and question a teen or a child. So inadvertently fell into a backpack. Nah, I'm going to go with somebody's got gang connections perhaps in that household, or criminal intent, because guns just don't wind up in children's backpacks inadvertently. Call me crazy.
Yeah.
It ties back into this whole thing where they don't want to talk about the actual problems we have in this country. If you take gang violence, just the gang violence statistics out of our national statistics, you'll find that America, I posted about this on Twitter, is the most peaceful first world country in the world, with our gun population being higher than our people population. Just take out the gang problem, and all of a sudden we become incredibly peaceful. So we don't have a gun problem, people. We have a gang problem. And they think that by taking your guns away, the gangs are going to become lawful and quit seeking out firearms.
Yeah.
Unlikely. How about we tackle the gang problem? But anyway.
Yeah, isn't that odd? No, I think it's personally odd because inadvertently, I mean, like sometimes, Tim, we just throw things in our notes section for a show, and inadvertently they come out in gold. I mean, sometimes. Like that Pickles and Ding Dongs episode.
Yes.
Wow, didn't see that coming. I mean, who does?
That was
though?
totally inadvertent.
Who does though?
Yeah,
it was inadvertent. Yeah, I hate when things like guns end up in first grader backpacks. Yeah, it's just. I mean, like I had it here. I was packing the lunches. I mean, it's just. I mean,
whoops, my Glock fell in there.
How did it? I mean, you get busy, man. Like, you're making a PB&J. You throw the PB&J inside the sandwich. You put it in the. It happens. It does.
Yeah.
Obviously. So a little grace, Tim. A little grace, because people are people.
Cut them some slack there. Accidents happen.
Yeah, cut them some slack. Yeah, I mean, but we should definitely take away all the gun rights. People are so stupid.
Speaking of taking away gun rights,
we have a new announcement, don't we?
We do. Giffords, bless their little souls. They made a post, and if you could bring up number 10 for us, Doc. Giffords is doing their annual rating system of various criminals in DC. And so today, we're proud to endorse 15 of the strongest gun safety champions for re-election. Gun safety champions. I just love how they just constantly come up with all these names and phrases for themselves and whatever it is they're doing. They're champions of gun safety. Mm-hmm. These leaders are at the forefront of gun safety movement and have advanced historic life-saving legislation. They've advanced that historic life-saving legislation, the most comprehensive in 30 years, folks, but we need more. we know they'll continue the fight to save lives in 2024. So here, thank you, Giffords. For those of you watching, now you have all the names of the people you want to vote against.
Yeah, that's true. But here's the thing, and I gotta say the slimy salamander in the room, Tim, because elephant's overused. So the big thing here is all these people are safe Democrat votes. Like these are not like, ooh, they're swing states.
Right.
They might make it. They might not make it. Let's just go down this for a second. Lucy McBath, pretty solidly blue, very gun control, mom's man action. Jerry Nadler, the high-waisted fiend.
Yeah.
He's so awesome. Jamie Raskin, he's a peach.
Yeah.
Mike Thompson, the chairman of the Gun Violence Archive or Gun Violence Prevention Task Force in the House.
Yep.
That's a good one. Maxwell Frost, the youngest person of Congress, who's all gun control from Florida. You've got Rosa DeLorio, who is like that really old crypt keeper looking one that has purple hair. That's that one.
God, she's annoying.
You've got the who's who here, but man, if we just support them, they might make it. Man, child, please. Yeah. These are so solid, it's stupid.
Yeah, they're not going anywhere.
Come on.
Yeah. So it's just so funny that they post this nonsense out there. And I guarantee you they started doing this because the NRA has its own rating system that they rate politicians on their freedom score or whatever. And so, I mean, GOA and other groups do it as well. So Giffords is just trying to jump in on their party and, you know, with their own little lists. But like you said, it's more or less just a, hey, look at me type of stunt because the people they're promoting here, like, go vote for them. Well, they're not going anywhere. They're in strong blue bastions of, you know, tyranny. So anyway, all right, folks, look forward to your comments down below. Thank you for watching Second Legacy, and we'll talk to you guys soon.